Hello and welcome to Plus TV Africa. We bring you headline news across the continent and the world. My name is Felicity Ezewike. Thanks for joining us. Following the recent defections earlier on in the week after 14 senators joined the party for the opposition, the People's Democratic Party, President Muhammadu Buhari met with senators of the ruling All Progressive Congress. The meeting was held inside the conference room in the office of the wife of the president at the State House Villa, Abuja. About 42 senators attended the meeting with Mr. Buhari, and among them were Shehu Sani, Ahmed Lawan, Ali Ndume, and Abubakar Kwari. President of the Senate, Bukola Saraki, who is still a member of the APC, did not attend the meeting. The Attorney General of the Federation, Abubakar Malami, has reviewed the case of allegations against the President of the Senate, Dr. Bukola Saraki, and Kwara State Governor Abdul Fattah Ahmed on the armed robbery attack that left 31 persons dead in Ofa, Kwara State in April. He said that the police lacked evidence. Malami advised in a letter to the Inspector General of Police, Ibrahim Idris, that the police would need to continue their investigation and also painstakingly explore all critical areas before identifying Saraki as a suspect in the carnage before filing charges against him. Yusuf Abdul Wahab, Mr. Ahmed's chief of staff, who is among state officials arrested for allegedly conspiring with the prime suspects, was also cleared. The Attorney General's office said only 6 prime suspects should be charged to court for armed robbery and murder, which could draw capital punishment upon conviction. Meanwhile, the trial involving Senator Dino Melaye and 2 others was stalled as the senator failed to appear in court. His lawyer, Barrister Yemi Mohammed, who stood in for Mike Ozakume, told the trial magistrate Suleiman Abdallah that he had it on good authority that Senator Melaye was attacked in Gwagwalada on his way to the court. He said that the prosecution counsel was not ready to open the case due to the reason best known to them. However, the officer in charge of police prosecution, Theophilus Otebe, told the court that the prosecuting counsel had an emergency yesterday, which made it extremely difficult to appear in court. He asked for long adjournment to September 23, which was opposed by the trial magistrate, who argued that it contravened administration of criminal justice law of Kogi State as amended. He therefore adjourned till August 9 for commencement of trial. The federal government will work with Google and other technology companies in the country to ensure that Nigerians have improved access to the internet. Vice President Yemi Osibanjo said this in Lagos on Thursday at Google for Nigeria event. According to him, this will enable Nigerians benefit fully from the great power of the internet as creators and co-creators.
We believe that access to the internet must be available and should be available, and it is because it will be available to the most, to some of those in our society who may be excluded, who otherwise would have been excluded, simply because of the nature of the jobs that they do. We launched the Google Digital Skills Training Program with a target to train 400,000 Nigerians on basic digital skills. Working with Google and local Nigerian tech training companies, we've since surpassed those numbers and trained over 1 million Nigerians in basic digital skills in the last 24 months. To scale up our support to the private sector players in the technology space, we recently inaugurated the Technology and Creative Industry Advisory Group. Now, this is a part of our National Industrial Policy and Competitiveness Council. This group brings together young private sector players in technology and the creative sectors, and also relevant government agencies working jointly to formulate policies and programs and projects for technology and the creative sectors of our economy.
Violence in Nigeria between semi-nomadic cattle herders and settled farmers has killed around 6 times more people than deaths related to the Boko Haram insurgency in the first half of 2018 and poses a major threat to the country's stability, the International Crisis Group said today. The think tank said in a report that the violence concentrated in central states and largely driven by competition over dwindling arable land amid a rapidly growing population killed more than 1,300 people between January and June this year. Violence related to grazing rights has occurred for decades but threatens Buhari's popularity in swing states, as headers are mainly from the Fulani ethnic group, as is the president. Deaths have been politicized, as his critics say he has not cracked down on the nomads, which he has denied. The Lagos State Emergency Management Agency has confirmed 5 persons died as boat capsized at Ebute Terminal in Lagos. General Manager of LASEMA, Adeshino Taimiyu, said that the agency received a distress call at about 5:57 p.m. on Wednesday. Taimiyu said that on arrival at the incident scene, it was observed that a 20-capacity passenger boat belonging to Blue Sea capsized mid-sea en route Ikorodu from Lagos Island. It said that the immediate cause of the boat mishap was not yet known. Recovery efforts are still ongoing as at the time of this report. Italian police today seized as 2 million euros from a Libyan man who acted as a front man for one of the sons of former Libyan dictator Muammar Gaddafi in 2010. Mutasam Gaddafi, the fourth son of the dictator, bought 2 luxury flats, a garage and a cellar in Rome for 5.5 million euros, using a frontman to elude international sanctions and asset freezes on the Gaddafi clan, police said. Mutasim died in 2011, and the frontman, whom the Guardian di Finanza identified only via his initials BAAA, sold the properties 5 years later for a cut price of 2.5 million euros. Italian police said the man managed to smuggle about 500,000 euros out of Italy, while the remaining 2 million euros was seized and frozen. Malians will head to the polls on Sunday to vote in a presidential election that observers say will test the stability of the country. As ethnic tensions and clashes continue across the country, especially in the north, there are doubts the election will be held in some parts. But the West African country has a long history of relatively peaceful elections. On 4th July, the Constitutional Court validated 24 candidates to run in the July 29 presidential race, while 6 applications were rejected. Mali's incumbent president Ibrahim Boubacar Keïta, who took office in 2013, and opposition front-runner Soumaïla Cissé are expected to be the 2 main candidates in a field that also includes former Prime Minister Sheikh Mohammed, better known as Modibo Diarra. Some 400 migrants from sub-Saharan Africa reached Spain Thursday after storming a double barrier between Morocco and the Spanish territory of Ceuta, with some attacking security forces with quicklime, police said. The scramble over the barrier is the biggest in that area since 2017, when more than 850 migrants entered the overseas territory over 4 days. It comes as Spain becomes the #1 destination for migrants crossing the Mediterranean by boat, surpassing Italy with 9,586 arrivals so far this year, according to the International Organization for Migration. A spokesman for the Guardia Civil Police Force told AFP the migrants managed to climb over the double barrier, which is covered in small blades, early on Thursday morning. When we return, we will bring you the latest development on the Pakistani general elections, President Macron dismissing his bodyguard scandal, and much more. We'll be back. Stay with us. Former cricketer Imran Khan has claimed victory in Pakistan's election amid accusations of vote rigging by rivals. In a television address, he said, "We were successful and we were given a mandate." His PTI party is still expected to fall short of an overall majority and to seek a coalition partnership. Campaigning has been marred by violence. On voting day, a bomb killed 31 people at a polling station. French President Emmanuel Macron has dismissed the scandal surrounding a top security aide who roughed up protesters as a storm in a teacup, as furious criticism from his opposition showed no sign of abating. The former bodyguard in question, 26-year-old Alexandre Benalla, denounced what he said was a desire to get at the president over the scandal, the most damaging since Macron took office over a year ago. Benalla, who faces criminal charges after videos emerged of him manhandling May Day demonstrators in Paris while wearing a police helmet and armband, admitted, however, that he had made a mistake. Revelations that top officials in Macron's office knew about the incident but did not report Benalla to prosecutors have prompted accusations of an attempt to cover up, which the government denies. A bomb exploded outside the U.S. Embassy in Beijing on today, wounding the lone assailant, the embassy said in a statement, but police described the weapon merely as a firework device. The explosion happened in a public space off the southeast corner of the embassy compound, the embassy said. Beijing police said the suspect, a 26-year-old man from China's Inner Mongolia region, had injured his hand. Police did not provide a motive, but China and the United States have been involved in an escalating trade dispute initiated by the Trump administration after the two sides imposed tariffs on $34 billion worth of each other's goods. A police SUV appeared to have been damaged, with its back windshield missing, and was condoled off by police before being removed, a Reuters witness said. We'll bring you a business report after this. Stay with us. The Nigerian Stock Exchange this week inducted 20 new authorized dealing clerks. During the welcome address by the Chief Executive Officer, Oscar Oyema, he congratulated the new inductees while reminding them of the importance of professionalism, integrity, transparency, and reliability. While addressing the new inductees, he said, "Let me be clear that we have zero tolerance policy on all infractions, and I am confident that I will not get a negative report concerning any of you." He also said the induction is a testament to their years of dedication and hard work and also marks the beginning of a new journey as authorized dealing clerks of the Nigerian Stock Exchange. The Information Security Forum is held at the Nigerian Stock Exchange on Wednesday, themed Social Engineering, the Neglected Human Factor. Our business correspondent, Irene Ubani, files in this report.
The Nigerian Capital Market held its forum on information security while enlightening corporate organizations on how to fight against cybercrime and also educate their staff on how to go about this.
There are some class of people, their major concern in life is to hack every available thing. Except something has not existed, will they not make an attempt to hack it? The bottom line here is this. Cyber intrusions normally and will necessarily create significant risks to operational performance of market operators, not just market operators, to regulators as well, and indeed to the entire market.
Speaking on social engineering and the need to educate staff of companies on cybersecurity was Favor Femi Oyewole, Chief Information Security Officer at the Nigerian Stock Exchange.
Most hacks that we see these days has its roots in social engineering attacks because human beings are involved. And you can't rely, technology will not operate itself. you still need human beings. No matter how much you invested in technology, somebody still has to operate it. So we have to put emphasis to ensure that we have an employee, the workforce, that understand the basic security, understand the basic ethics of cybersecurity and information security, and they're not going to be the weakest link that breaks the chain.
Go to the wash hand basin, put a flash drive, a simple flash, attractive looking 16 gig or 32 gig flash drive, drop it by the wash hand basin and walk out. On that wash hand basin, I've installed backdoors, I've installed Trojans, I've installed keyloggers, I've installed password harvesters. All I need you to do is pick it up. Of course, who are greedy, you see something like that, you want to pick it up. All I need you to do is pick it up and plug it into your laptop or your desktop and have access into your infrastructure, irrespective of the amount of investment, millions of dollars you might have made securing your perimeter and trying to protect yourself. Once I have access to one system, I can easily escalate and gain access to everything.
After discussion sessions, it was made clear by one of the panelists that it is as important to build your company's staff firewall as it is to build the company's technology firewall. Irene Ubani, reporting for Plus TV Africa.
Still ahead on Plus TV News is a roundup on entertainment. We're back in a moment. Stay with us.
And in entertainment, 3 new movies marking South Africa's former President Nelson Mandela's 100th posthumous birthday have premiered at the 39th Durban International Film Festival. Organizers say the films are designed to honor the African statesman. The 3 films are titled Celebrating Mandela 100, An Act of Defiance, and The State Against Mandela and the Others. Celebrating Mandela 100 was produced by Anand Singh and traces the life of Mandela from his roots to his rise as one of the greatest leaders in Africa. An Act of Democracy and The State Against Mandela and the Others both focus on Rivonia trial of 1963 and 1964, where Mandela and 9 others were subjected to merciless cross-examinations. U.S. Marshals have succeeded in arresting another suspect in XXXTentacion's murder. Robert Allen was apprehended on Wednesday in Eastman, Georgia, and is the 3rd suspect that has been arrested following the rapper's death. Robert Allen will be extradited to Broward County in Florida to face charges alongside the first 2 suspects arrested, Michael Boatwright and Daedric Williams. With 3 down and 1 more to go, Trayvon Newsom is the only suspect yet to be caught. American rapper, actor, and poet Common is supporting female tennis star Serena Williams, saying she's right to think being tested recurrently more than other players in the sport is an act of discrimination. Common's support comes after her tweet regarding discrimination. Common stated to reporters that if they're testing her more than anyone else, it's a reason for that. And I would say conscious is the fact that she's a black woman and they're looking for some reason to be able to take her down and discredit her. But she's the queen. End of quotes. Common and Serena were both an item for 2 years before breaking up in 2010. And that's it on entertainment. Felicity, it's back to you.
Thanks, Tokumbo. And with those stories, we wrap things up here for this hour. We'll be back with more stories making the headlines. Do join us again. My name is Felicity Ezewike. Have a great day.